Always going to the left. Right.
Have to go to
This
the left.
is the Hogan Rose Yahtzee.
Unless you want any bad luck on the way back.
No, with these roads, we don't need any bad luck.
Anybody don't go to the left, I'll be standing right out here.
Say hello.
Well, would you take $1 out of there, please, so we can pay the lady for and just open it up? And when you walk in, you have one, honey? You gonna go in? Here. Come on in and see. Walk to the left. Isn't this beautiful?
Yat means hello.
Yat-eh. We learned that. We saw the Jones family dancing in the canyon, and they taught us that. He did the hoop dance. Amazing. Have you ever seen that? Have you ever seen the hoop dance?
I've seen them on TV though, but not in person. What she's doing is she's carding the wool. That gets most of the trash and the dirt out of the hair on the mohair or the wool. She brushes them all out. She's asking whose kids it was.
They're mine.
Are they willing to stay and herd sheep?
Oh, sure. We would like them to stay. Tell her we'll pick them up in December.
We can't miss my birthday.
Yes, we
December.
After she brushes it out, then she spins them into strings, and those are all the others that she did.
The strings hanging from the...
Yeah, It takes at least about 2 months, yeah. It takes at least about 2 months for that size. Something like that. And she has some more rugs that are outside for sale that she does. She's famous with all her Yebiche rugs that she does, and most of them are, all of it is all natural dyes, and here's the chart of all the plants that she uses. And some of them are found around here, others you have to go off a little ways for it, up into the mountains. She spins them all out and then she dyes them. And all her yarns that she dyes, it never comes out the same color as the last one that she did. They always come out in a different color, either lighter color or a little bit darker. And the red that she uses, some of the, let me see, some of the black yarn that she uses is all her, from all her black sheep hair, the yarn, the wool is all from the black sheep. And they come out this color, like that, kind of like a reddish color.
Are her rugs for sale?
Yeah, her rugs are for sale. There's just a few in here, and there's some over there in the shade
What would
house.
this for example?
Today the queen is 250 for that size. And it takes at least about a month to do that. And the Navajos believe that you never enclose anything. There's always an opening, like on a basket, and on the rugs the same thing.
And on a house.
There's always an opening, yeah, in a house. You never enclose it. If you enclose it, that means you have a closed mind. So there's always an opening. See this one right here.
Yes.
Those mistakes are made.
Did Rose make a basket?
Her sister makes the baskets. Usually they do trade-ins among the families and things like that. And the jewelry that she is using is from her brother. He's a silversmith. Trade him with rugs. There's another rug right here that she's finished. Sorry, it's open. See, there's always an opening right here, down the middle. On that one's at the edge.
And what's the price of that?
800. And this one took her 8 months to do it. This one is 270. That's 150. Oh, 100. That one's 250. And this is the Navajo's traditional dress. And what she is wearing right now is picked up from the Spaniels. And that's a skirt and a velveteen shirt. And this is the one I was telling you about, Gray Whiskers, right there. That's her grandfather. That's much change.
Excuse me.
Close the door.
In a second.
When it blows, some of the sand will come in, but that doesn't really bother them. They're used to it. You know.
It's very cool in here, you can tell.
Yeah. They usually put, spray down a little bit of water, and that keeps the Hogan really cooler on the inside. It's usually about 20 degrees cooler in here than outside. In the winter, they use stove for heating and cooking on. In the summer, they build a fire outside and cook outside.
What will they eat?
Mainly mutton. That's their main diet of food, morning, afternoon, and evening. But they fix it in all different ways. Fry it or boil it, whatever.
She lives here all by herself?
She lives with her husband and Ashisha. One of her daughter, and then the other one's her grandchild that lives here with her.
Where they all sleep?
On the floor. And they use this type of sheepskin, and then there's another bedding outside. Those sheepskin, you just lay them out and get a blanket in it. This is like a sleeping bag. Mainly people don't use tables and chairs for, they just put down a blanket and put the food down and everybody digs in.
Like our lunch.
Yes. Yeah, that's mainly how they, eat all the time. And they don't have to worry about too many dishes to wash or, they really conserve water like that.
Sure.
And they really don't worry about taking a shower all the time, too. A sweat bath is what they have. And that's a moccasin out of cowhide right there. One of the long boot moccasin, and what she has is an ankle moccasin. And that red one there is called a sash belt. Mainly they use them for around the waist, like for ladies that just have babies and they use these for about a month. And lose all the weight around the waist using this. And they use some kind of a plant herbs that, you know, helps them heal faster. That's about it. Do you have any questions? This is a female Hogan, by the way. Female Hogan. That's the one they use for living in. The male Hogan is what they use for ceremonial purposes only.
Charlene, for medicine, for healthcare types of things, do they use the old ways first, and then perhaps go to a clinic or something if it doesn't work? Or
yes, if it doesn't work. It's like take these medicine.
Doesn't work for some.
Yeah.
I'm a pharmacist, so we do the same thing. Really, it doesn't make any difference.
Yeah.
I just was wondering.
Yeah, it's the same thing. Yeah. They use all different types of herbs, plants, and that they give you. Most of Melanie no, B.
Where would she store her food?
Mainly the meat that they use, they slice them into real thin slices, and then put a line in the shade house and just hang them over, let them dry. They put salt and pepper on it so the flies and flies and whatever will keep off of it, and then just soak it for a while and then cook it.
Does she have other like vegetables?
Corn, squash, watermelon. That's the main crops that they raise around here that they can raise.
Does she raise anything here?
Yeah, but not around the house. Usually it's quite a distance from the house that they usually have to find certain places to plant them. And for a Hogan like this, you use 300 logs, and it's all cedar log. Cedar is the log that they use that won't get termites into and stuff like that.
Is this all woven together? I mean, there's no
They get them
nails?
from Black Mesa back there.
Is this all just stacked up so
Yes,
in a
it
pattern to
all
hold it?
interlocks together without nails or wires holding them together.
And this is 25 years old.
They reuse the logs all the time. Like if they want to put it in a new place, they take the same log off and then replace it, and they just carve it and carve off the old wood on the outside and then rebuild it again with the same one.
And the mud just serves the purpose of keeping the rain
Yes.
off and keeping it dry.
Okay. Do you have any more questions?
I'd like to go around outside if I can.
Yes, you can. She has some beads that she did, and they're all for sale over there in the shade. And beadwork,
Beadwork.
handmade beadwork. Okay, you can just put your dollar in the basket. Want some pictures of her on the outside of the Hogan?
She likes her. How do you say thank you? Okay.
Expect big calluses on your fingers.
Okay, Rose.
Thank you.
Thank you. 또 사. 나단 딜 키스.
Some of those consonants that you kind of sound.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's difficult.
Okay, go ahead and get her picture.
darkly beautiful.